Hello and welcome to a new variation of the whirlwind build that I recently posted a video about. Now that video got kinda popular. I at least think that people kinda enjoyed that sort of build. It is the one ranked build currently on leaderboards for solo wizards, and it does seems like the potential is there to maybe reach 95 or something insane like that, with really high end gear and paragon level. But one of the things that really annoyed me about that build is that you rely so much on maps. I have talked about this before, but basically the build relies on conduit, and if you don't get huge density maps, conduit is really not gonna help you a lot. But this build helps on that a lot. It especially helps a lot on Rift boss, the end boss, and when you have like 2 or 3 elite packs left and there's no trash mobs around, and you're basically just trying to kill the last few, maybe 100 billion health of the mobs left, and you can't really regain anything with conduit. But yeah, just quickly want to demonstrate why this build works better for that. So as you see right now, I can cast about 4 of these whirlwinds, and then I'm out of arcane power, and then it's kind of like you get that slow regen back. I do believe I don't use. Oh yeah, I do use Inspire as well. Inspire, it's not really that needed, but yeah. Anyway, I can cast 1, 2, 3, and 4, then I'm out. But look, when I'm casting Shock Pulse, now look at my arcane power. This little change here changes everything for me. Now I can actually play this build on normal density maps that are not totally loggy and all that crap. So let's just quickly go over the gear. Twisted Sword, try to get it without vitality and area damage. Area damage is just nice. These ones should have armor instead of all resist, but yeah, just remember to reroll the twisted damage to 15%. Cosmic Strand, honestly, the offhand doesn't really matter that much. Cosmic Strand is just nice for mobility, because you also use the illusionist passive. Try to get the stats like mine, with 4 arcane power and crit, and either reduce a reduction in spell cost or area damage. And then of course, look at that 1000 intelligence roll I got. That was stupid. It's actually rolled pretty insane if it just had 4% arcane power and crit. Halo ring. This would probably be the ideal ring. You could also use an Unity ring, but I think Halo ring is the best one to use. And then you got to use Pain Enhancer on this ring, because it scales really well with attack speed, and you're going to be up and close to mobs anyways. So just use Pain Enhancer to get even more attack speed, so you can cast the whirlwinds out fast and regen arcane power back fast. So yeah, it not only is the damage okay, I mean critical hit cost inventory bleed for blah 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 blah, that's okay, but it's mostly for the attack speed. Armor on your pants. Again, the compass roll swing, it's hard to get a good roll. I haven't gotten one yet. Bane of the Stricken, you could go without Bane of the Stricken for something else if you're doing lower greater rifts, but Bane of the Stricken helps a lot on the boss itself by the end. Again, gloves, you should get area damage on these, sort of the same stats like mine. Perhaps you could experiment with something like reduce cost in spells. If you get that on gloves, I believe you can. Shaman Easiere. This is why the shock pulse regen that much back. So Shaman Easiere, your signature spells attacks 50% faster, which is okay. I mean, it's more damage and more regen, but the last part, when it restores 12 arcane power, that is the huge part. And this build really just, yeah, it's amazing. Both for the arcane orbit build, but also for this build. And the Relentless Foley, which I haven't re-rolled yet. Oh, I forgot to re-roll an item. Oh, that's stupid. But yeah, try to get stats like mine, crit, wit int, and arcane power damage. Yeah, the shoulders, you should have area damage and reduce all resource cost on this one. I just don't have area damage on these ones currently. Either go with life percent or reduction to elite or life. It kind of just depends what you like. But maybe most people just go for armor on their chest because they also get, you know, armor on their boots and legs. Traveler's Blades, try to get this one with the exact same stats as mine, just no intelligence, but elemental damage instead. And this one, you know, you could go with no vitality. I believe, I just have to go quickly check this out, but I believe you can get some, yeah, so you can get, let's see, energy twister damage. You know, you can get more energy twister damage, which is kind of nice. It's kind of up to yourself. If you feel like you can survive without vitality on the helm, just go with energy twister damage. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the gear. I can also quickly showcase the merc. Obviously, oh yeah, I forgot to show the cube actually. So the cube, you're gonna cube the Unity just because there's really no other, you know, rings that can help you a lot. And Unity is just nice for reduction in damage. Ancient Parthian Defenders, you know, it works together with the Crystallize. And Furnace just because, well, what else are you gonna use? And it helps a lot on the things that actually are hard to kill. So yeah, no other choice than these three here. So yeah, the Merc, obviously Unity, because I have it in the cube. And then this ring here for the attack speed, the freeze, Essence of Johan. You could go with that amulet that has a chance to charm enemies, and when they're charmed, they will take damage. That is probably a better choice for this specific build because of the Rancelous Foley bracers and the cannot die token. You could also just remove, you know, Inspire and get another heal. That would probably be helpful as well. I just want to kind of say that you don't have to go with Inspire. But yeah, I think I'll just start on a Rift now. So let's just aim for 70 and see how it works. Oh yeah, I love when you rebuff before going into the Rift, right? And then you just have to go all over again. Now look at my arcane power. When there's really big packs, I can just keep spamming the arcane wind. It's not an issue. But as soon as things... Oh man, I got some FPS drops there. Good thing that I have the survival pretty good. Okay, I'm not like a truck or anything, but I can survive quite good. So as you see, the elite packs have about 400 billion health, which is, well, quite a bit, I would say. I think the Rift boss itself has like 1.2 billion or something, so it does take a while to kill, especially when you're not really, you know, playing this spec so well. Obviously this build needs to be played in alcoves and corners, so where you can kind of stack the whirlwinds themselves.
I'm injured.
Okay, so let's see just how fast I could perhaps burn 100 billion health with no other mobs around. But anywho, this is the point where the Shame of Easiere set is gonna help me a ton, cause I can get my arcane power back fast without having no real downtime in DPS. But yeah, it's that, so let's just move on. Not the best start, but still a good pull.
Not ready yet.
Okay, see, this is what I mean. I can already see now that the density looks pretty damn sweet. And then I can easily just stop up and, you know, kill the small packs you do see around here. So the trash mobs themselves don't die too fast. Builds like Arcane Orbit would kill trash packs quite a bit faster. Just, you know, it's more AoE damage and whatnot. So yeah, when there's no density left, I'm just gonna, you know, go ahead, keep pulling. and then keep using the wormhole teleport, teleport around, scout ahead of the map, see if you can find a lead pack. When you find an elite pack, just go back and pick up the slack, what you had already kind of gathered.
Still waiting.
And now spam, just hold down the whirlwind button, maybe sometimes move away from the dangerous things, but else just hold down whirlwind button, don't click it, just hold it down. That also, relieves stress on your finger, which is kind of nice. Another thing is that if you're holding down whirlwind button, you can also start spamming the piercing bolts.
I don't have enough arcane power.
If you see you're running out of arcane power. So yeah, the build in that sort of way is, pretty relaxed to play. It's not the most demanding build. Wow, I have no way to regen now. The mobs themselves hurts a lot. This pack is pretty deadly for me. Yeah, they hurt quite a bit. I think it's mostly just due to my merc not taking any of the damage from Unity. That is kind of the downside of Unity, it works really well on certain elite epics. On others it's just total crap. But let's just see if we can't burn it down now real fast. Oh, I hate the illusionist, you can't kill stuff like that fast. And then you're kind of just left wondering who the real dude is. Okay. So, 75 billion left. Okay, got a good hit there. It's nice to see that, you do a whirlwind and it sort of just skips around and do like 10 billion damage when it does cross the mob itself. But yeah, let's move on. Okay, good density right here. And now again, just hold down the whirlwind button, don't let go of it, because you will have plenty of arcane power regen when there's that many mobs. Now I don't know how many whirlwind I had out there, but I think I reached like 10 or 11 or so. So that's always nice to see. Definitely the next patch that is gonna come up, 4.1, will nerf this build here, but what can you do? For now it's pretty good, and even after the nerf it's still not the worst build ever, but it's definitely gonna hit a pretty big nerf, I think. Oh man, I'm getting slaughtered here. Okay, so now the problem is that I didn't really, manage to hit the elite pack at all when the white mobs were also there, so now the damage is gonna be quite a bit slower.
Not ready yet. I'm injured.
Yeah, and this is kind of the point, it's a bad elite pack, it sort of hurts, you just feel like skipping it. If only I could just sort of manage to stay close to it, but it just hurts pretty damn bad.
I must heal.
Still has 400 billion health left, it's a lot. Now I'm also quite a bit far behind, not gonna make it this time. Yeah, being this much behind is no good, but at least the build works quite a bit better than my old whirlwind build for these sort of situations here where you are kinda just fighting, a few elite packs that just didn't die quite fast enough when the trash mobs were still up.
Not ready yet.
I else get a really good rift, but when I'm not playing that good, you know, I'm sure more seasoned players
Still
like
waiting.
myself, like other people who are kind of used to this whirlwind build, are able to know you go into alcoves and like they would
Your
go
grave
into like a spot
awaits.
like this and just kind of get the mobs to follow you. I could perhaps try to kind of show what that means now. So now the mobs are sort of there, you know.
A glorious
Well,
development.
it's kind of hard to explain, but uh, look up some really high-end whirlwind builds of players doing like Greater Rift 85 or something with this sort of whirlwind builds, and you will see the sort of tactic they use to stack up the whirlwinds in alcoves and corners.
Not ready yet.
Okay, so I've got a Condor and an Elite pack. That's lucky. Let's see if I can manage to stay in as
You
well.
dare attack me?
Would be nice.
Need more time.
Yeah, with Condor it's kind of fun to always see just how fast the
I've
things
been
dies.
healed. Still waiting.
With Condor I definitely got a little bit ahead as well. Still far behind, but what can you do?
Not ready yet. Badly
Oh,
wounded.
that hurt, that hurt, that hurt.
How does that
No
feel?
idea what I just teleported into. Yeah. That's shite hurted. I have no clue what pretty much one-shotted me there when I just teleported in. I almost feel like using a safe passage. Safe passage might be pretty good for this build here.
How does that feel?
But yeah, sometimes you just have to know, kind of play it
I must
safe,
heal.
have exhaustion up, you know, stand in your bubble and whatnot.
Need more time.
So like now I'm outside the bubble. Might have been bad if I got hit with something nasty. The exhaustion
Still
bubble
waiting.
is definitely gonna help you quite a lot.
Healed. I grow weak.
Yeah, this is nasty.
I must heal.
Another thing I should also mention, so now there's not that many mobs around, and then I have to start remembering to use piercing bolts. You know,
Need more time.
it seems like a stupid thing to even discuss, but you might actually forget it, and then you waste like 5 or 10 seconds, you know. You can't remember, you don't get why you're suddenly out of arcane power. You just have to remember to use the piercing bolts as soon as trash mob starts dying.
Not ready yet.
Okay, that was not the worst pull ever. Pretty good. Oh, and I get an elite pack again. Seriously, this rift kind of pathetic that I can't get any faster. The density in this rift, wow, indeed. Gotten pretty freaking lucky with this map here.
I'm so good, I astound myself.
Wouldn't have minded this rift if I was gonna push for 75 in my orbit build. Anywho, now I can definitely get to burn quite a good bit there. See just how fast the elite packs dies now when I'm kinda in a good situation. Like good example now there, you know, the mob is in an alcove and I kinda just get to burn the other mobs around it in this small little room. Very nice to see that the position when
Healed.
it's really good just owns stuff.
Still waiting.
Okay, let's see if we can get lucky with that. Yeah, and a new elite pack. Wow, man. Such a good map. It's just too bad I didn't really come with a spec I actually enjoy to play, I guess. And it's already dead. Pretty fast. And now I'm actually ahead. How fun is that? All due to a really insane rift. And look at this
Need more
density,
time.
man. This is insane.
I'm unstoppable.
So many trash mobs. I pretty much get 1% per second with such pull here. Man, I might actually make it now. You know, the rift boss is probably
Still
gonna
waiting.
take a while, but who knows? Okay, there's a minute left now. Yeah. I think I only need like 1% now or something.
Need more time.
Anywho, a few things I would like to note is that I don't really die. You know, you survive kinda good. It's only the
Your
really
grave
nasty
awaits.
situations that are killing you. The damage is also there if you play really well.
Still
You
waiting.
stack your whirlwinds in the corners again. Try to just really be good at those sort of things. And that's the
The
rift
Rift
boss.
Guardian has arrived.
Oh, I nearly killed myself running through something. Oh, cold snap. That's a pretty bad boss for this build, I guess.
Not ready yet.
I cannot move.
So let's try to get the boss into like an alcove, you know, corner it. Yeah, look at the damage now. Notice the health pretty much doing
I'm
100
injured.
billion damage
Need more
very
time.
fast every little tick of the whirlwinds when they were stacked up. That is the whole secret to the build, sadly, because it's an annoying way to play. Very skillful way to play as well, I guess.
I grow weak.
Definitely not the easiest way to
Not ready
play
yet.
a wizard in, having to be such good at your positioning. The worst problem is obviously when you do have the
Heal
mob
me.
stacked up someplace really good, he'll move usually very fast right after you stack the whirlwind, and the damage is gonna stack. Okay, so let's get him in the corner again. Stupid orbiter. There you go. Okay. Oh, I need to go toss it again. Okay, so he's kinda up against the wall now. Yeah, look at the damage. Pretty sweet right there. Oh, and I need to get away. Oh, that was a close one.
Still waiting.
Oh, so much freezing. Man, and then he goes into a corner and I'm not ready for it because I was teleported away. Oh, that's actually also another thing I should mention. So now I'm not, you know, I'm out of arcane power right now. Um, but I can just, you know, hit mobs without really being anywhere near anything and still regen. That's another little trick you could use if you're
Not ready
running
yet.
away from mobs. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the run. Actually, I believe I didn't actually show the skills. I'll just real quickly go over that. Power affinity, safe passage. Oh, I actually had safe passage. Of course I had. Thought I had the, never mind. But yeah, safe passage, conduit. This one can't be changed. It's pretty much mandatory. Crystallize again, mandatory. Exhaustion. Change it to whatever you like. I just like exhaustion, and then raging storm is also mandatory. Mandatory. Change it to whatever you like. Change it to whatever you like. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Very nice rift I had. Just didn't really play well enough to utilize it.
Your
But yeah, I hope you liked the video, and goodbye.